let's get to the Utah Jazz, because I think this situation last night, after you subscribe to win the Xbox Series X, all you have to do is subscribe. And by the way, we're also giving away a PS5. He's going to lift it again.
Yeah, because the audio wasn't working before. So
there you go. PS5, giving it away on TikTok. All you have to do is follow us on TikTok.
It has breathtaking immersion.
It's amazing.
Lightning speed.
I mean, we picked up hundreds of followers on TikTok, which, by the way, this whole wisely chosen account with Reddit stories is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. We've picked up 100 followers on TikTok since the show started. So let's go. Let's go, baby. Once we get to 5,000 on TikTok, and we're well over halfway there now, we'll give away that PS5. The Utah Jazz last night sat all 5 of their starters. Rudy with this calf, Bogey with this finger that he's played through already, so why couldn't he play yesterday?
Don't know.
Mike Conley, Donovan Mitchell, everybody sat.
Right.
They lose a very hard-fought game to the Phoenix Suns, who, by the way, were without 2 of their starters. I thought the Utah Jazz fought a valiant fight last night. But did you like the fact that they sat all of their starters?
Jazz? This is such a tough thing because I understand the logic behind it. Hey, Rudy's out, Don's out, and we're playing the Phoenix Suns at their place. All right, this seems like an opportune time to rest Mike Conley on a back-to-back, to get all the young guys minutes. So I understand the logic behind it, and I'm not going to sit here and criticize them and say they should try to win every game. I understand that this is part of business in the NBA.
Yes.
But on the other side of that, last night I'm watching this game, and I'm like, damn, dude, when you look at this on paper, you're like, man, this is a premier matchup. We're going to get Donovan Mitchell against Chris Paul and Devin Booker, and, we're going to get Rudy and Ayton, and, you have all these awesome matchups within the game, and then you roll up on it, and nobody's playing, really. I mean, yeah, obviously Book and CP played, but you didn't have DeAndre Ayton. You didn't have a couple other guys, and obviously the Jazz had all their guys. So it's like, if you're a fan going to this game, I mean, haven't you wasted your money, essentially? At that point?
Yeah, and that's the hard part, and this is what the NBA is going to pay attention to. And we've had this scenario kind of in the past.
Mm-hmm.
This was Kobe's mantra. This is LeBron's mantra. I play every game I can possibly play because what if this was the one game that a fan got to see me play and he bought a ticket to watch me play?
Yeah.
I don't know that the Jazz have players on that level, but what I do know is I think it takes away from the product. The Phoenix Suns clearly played down last night. I mean, I think Devin Booker was 3 of 13 from 3. They just did not play great basketball last night. Now, a lot of that is you had a bunch of hard-charging young guys playing for the Utah Jazz who played great basketball for their skill set.
Yeah.
I think it was nice to see Trent Forrest get long exposure last night. I think it's nice to see guys like Jordan Clarkson starting. And then the turnovers happen, and you're like, nah, maybe not. But anyway, the point is, you look at the things that worry you is you clearly understand why Hassan Whiteside's a 20-minute-a-night guy.
Yeah.
Because he comes out of the gate with 0 energy in the first half, which concerns you. But the NBA is going to take a long look at that.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bogey injury is interesting because he's got this ligament that's off the bone in his finger. But he's had this problem all year long.
Yeah.
All year long, essentially, he's had this problem. And you sit him last night. And obviously, you're resting Mike Conley on back-to-backs. And Donovan Mitchell's in concussion protocol. And Rudy's got a calf. And
just stuff.
I'm not saying that they sat guys to throw this game away. But did the Utah Jazz sit guys because they wanted to not really particularly care about winning this game? Because they have the Suns tomorrow night at home? That kind of feels like what happened here.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't think I don't think it is taboo to say, yeah, they threw this one, not from a betting standpoint, but just hey, we've got injuries and we're going on the road to play the Suns. This is probably not a game that is worth fighting for, whereas at home at our place, we could kind of see fighting for that one, So I don't know. I just, not that I don't want it to turn into we're criticizing the Jazz on this, but, I just was watching that and I was like, damn, dude, like, it doesn't seem like Bogey could have played. Mike definitely could have played.
But I think this is a result of a really heavy schedule. I mean,
It is.
This road grind has been tough. Now you're back to back home at home with the Suns.
Yeah.
I mean, this schedule has been tough. Last night was a back to back.
Well, and I think they know they're in the midst of this ass kicker couple of week trend here, where you're playing a bunch of playoff teams and
leading up to the All-Star break.
The All-Star break. Yeah.
I think you're looking at a situation where, it is what it is. It be what it be. I think you went into Phoenix last night, and obviously without Jay Crowder and DeAndre Ayton, those two did not play last night. But, you're looking at still what is a formidable team. I think Bismack Biyombo has been a great pickup for the Suns.
Yep.
He gave you a double-double last night. And even with Devin Booker I think he scored 33 points on 35 shots or something stupid like that. They did not play well last night. And the Jazz had a chance to win that game, and I give the Jazz every accolade because I think you're seeing, and this is inevitably where this goes, but you're seeing that you have more talent at the end of the bench than Quinn is willing to play.
Yeah.
And to me, that's frustrating. It is. I again say that every time I see Udoka Azubuike, he's not an NBA player.
Mm-hmm.
I look at Trent Forrest, and I'm not sure he's an NBA player. He can't shoot. But I love that he attacks the basket. I love that he defends with vigor. I look at the group you ran out there last night. Daniel House gave you some really competitive minutes last night.
Tried to end some people at the rim.
That didn't work out. JaVale McGee beat the hell out of Hassan Whiteside last night.
Yeah.
JaVale McGee was probably the best big that played in that game. They played him 17 minutes. It's the luxury of depth. Signing Bismack Biyombo could really be one of the more critical signings of the year.
Yeah.
If DeAndre Ayton's not going to be healthy, and you can only ask Bismack Biyombo to play 15, 20 minutes a night, and he's going to give you the production, I think Biyombo played 31 last night and gave you 16 and 13.
It's a pretty good performance out of him.
That's for your number 2 center.
Yeah.
When your number 1 last night was JaVale McGee, that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, you're talking about a guy who is definitely a role player bench kind of guy. That's a good performance. And I think, I don't know, man, I just want the issues around this Jazz team to get resolved. I want to stop hearing about injuries and concussions and conspiracy theories about Donovan Mitchell looking for a trade and that he doesn't actually have a concussion and all this stuff that's happening. I just want it to end, and I just want him to play good basketball again. And I feel like that's so far away.
But we do have one more night of Devin Booker sucks from Jazz fans, which I think, which is hysterical. It still amazes me how much vitriol and hate Jazz fans have for Devin Booker, as though he did something to the Jazz.
You have local Jazz media guys last night going on Twitter and saying, "Oh well, nobody likes to beat up on a bad team more than Devin Booker." Yeah, what is he supposed to do? He's paid to score. What do you want him to do?
Which I don't understand. I don't understand why Jazz fans hate Devin Booker so much.
I don't get it, dude. It's not
his fault that Dennis Lindsey was a bad drafter of talent.
It's not his fault that the Jazz sat everybody last night.
It is funny to me. I think what's funny is people, somebody, I think it was Brandon Whiteside saying, where is Brandon Whiteside? Booker had to flop against the bench warmers to win. You're telling me the Jazz don't flop all the time, every game, and complain constantly and obsessively. Bogdanovich and Rudy Gobert complain as much as anybody in the NBA. Joe Ingles flops. Joe Ingles is a borderline dirty player at times.
Yeah.
And you're going to complain that Devin Booker's a flopper. You're really going to complain about that? Are you kidding me? Like, if you're going to hate every player that flops, you will not have a player in this league. You will not be a fan of any player in this league.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to me that you don't realize that Devin Booker should have been on the Utah Jazz. He should have been a Jazz man. And they passed on him, and it was a huge mistake.
Or you do realize it, and that's the reason you hate on him.
I mean, listen, Devin Booker is a lot of things. Is he soft? Yeah, a little bit he is soft. But Devin Booker also now is an elite scorer, and he's become a very good defender.
And he's been to the NBA Finals.
You know, like he is a guy that he's one of the best mid-range players in the game. I think he was 3 of 13 from 3 last night. Had an abysmal shooting night. And he's still shooting, I think, 37% from 3 on the year. He's an elite scorer. Like, if you're going to hate on Devin Booker, you're going to spend a lot of time on the wrong end of it.
Yeah.
And I want to understand, and if any Jazz fan wants to explain it, I would love to understand why Jazz fans hate Devin Booker so much.
Yeah.
Because it is not his fault Dennis Lindsey did not draft
It's not.
him.
It's just not.
Let's see. James Knight says, hey, guys, on a serious note, did the authorities catch the sniper that got Devin Booker last night? Yeah, whatever. Cam Rising screwed his team by getting injured in the Rose Bowl, and his replacement came in and threw a touchdown. Joshua Erickson says, I think we still need depth at the wing with defenders, but if Quinn learned anything last night, I think he may have found out more than just, quote, his guys can contribute and actually give a damn and show effort.
Yeah, dude.
I would agree with that. It's the NBA who creates a heavy schedule with forces teams to manage guys, James says.
Yep.
I agree.
Yep.
Monty, I would take you to play backup at the 5 over Whiteside. He is putrid.
He's a bum.
I don't know that Hassan Whiteside's a bum or putrid. He is just wildly inconsistent with his effort and energy.
Which is why he's a backup instead of a starter.
Which is why he's not in Miami or Portland anymore. I mean, the guy, if you go look at his contracts, he's gotten paid. And he's disappointed as a starter. That's why he's not a number 1. Angry Athlete says, Jazz suck, Lakers in 6. Okay. Rec 1 says, flop isn't a shame as long as it works. And it did work last night. It did. Devin Booker got Eric Paschall last night on a flop. It was a flop, absolutely.
Owned.
But he got it. Teddy Wayman, what's up? Utah should have drafted Devin Booker. Should have, for sure. I don't know. I'm not going down the draft hole with the Jazz. Because we all know
ain't
where
got time for that, bro.
We all know where that's going to take us.
We ain't got time for how many times they've missed.
A couple of quick NFL notes.
Yeah.
Here we are again talking about Aaron Rodgers.
What a douche,
And
bro.
is he going to be a Packer? And is he
Like-
going to keep playing? And
Nice.
I don't know. And we've got, all the Packers saying, oh, Aaron's our guy and we want him back. And our plan is we're moving forward as though he's coming back.
What are you, nuts?
Fuck off. I am so done with Aaron Rodgers and the drama and is he coming back? Oh, man. Oh, wow.
You're Aaron fucking Rodgers.
I don't care. I don't care. Go break somebody else's heart. Go live in Hawaii and drown in a waterfall. I don't care. There are few athletes on this earth that I despise more than Aaron Rodgers. And the guy is just a prima donna. And I can honestly say the truth is if he had one more, I would probably respect him more. But he brings all this baggage this year with this COVID crap. And the immunized, and the COVID toe, and the Joe Rogan, and now go Brandon, and
I've been immunized.
Joe Biden's an asshole, and you're just not worth it because ultimately, at the end of the day, you've lost you lose every year in the playoffs. You guys win 13 games a year, and you lose in the playoffs.
Yep.
You're not worth it. You're not. Jordan Love is not an NFL quarterback right now. But you're not worth it, Aaron Rodgers. I mean, do we really play this game to win in the regular season and go home? You were at home. You were at Lambeau Field. It was freezing cold, snowing. A team from California came in and beat you. Now, granted, your special teams were terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. But Aaron Rodgers wasn't exactly special.
No.
Right? To me, he's just not worth it.
No.
And I'm over all of this nonsense with Aaron Rodgers.
We treat him like he's the Jesus Christ of football. And that's mainly because he's one of the best regular season quarterbacks the league's ever seen. But he doesn't win at the highest level in the sport.
Yeah.
And I agree that he's not worth the trouble that he brings. He's just not.
Yeah,
If you're going to be that guy, you damn well better be making a ton of Super Bowl appearances.
Tom Brady's worth it.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. There was a guy got 7 rings,
Yep.
whatever it is. Tom
Yep.
Brady's worth it.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers is not. Do you see the contrast between the two? Now, admittedly, Tom Brady mouth kisses his son. That's a little weird for me.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
But he's worth it because he wins. He wins. I should probably let the mouth kissing his kid thing go.
I mean, it's part of his legacy.
It was on Facebook.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point is, Tom Brady's worth it.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is not. Like that, and that's what I look at. Like Russell Wilson is an interesting situation because he may be there, he may not be there. He don't want to be there. They don't want him there. They want him there. He wants to be there. Who the knows? Russell Wilson's worth it. He's an MVP caliber quarterback. He's worth it. And he's at home banging a hot piece of right? You got Tom Brady, who's at home right now, feasting on Giselle's Bunchton.
Okay.
Right? I mean, these
Here's
guys
the thing.
These guys are all worth it. I'm telling you, Aaron Rodgers is not.
But like, so Tom's got the rings, and that's the trump card on Aaron Rodgers.
Absolutely.
Russell Wilson doesn't have anything on Aaron Rodgers, right? I mean, he just doesn't. I mean, the only thing that Russell Wilson's got going for him is that he's not a troublemaker like Aaron Rodgers is. That's the only difference. He hasn't really won
They
more.
both got one Super Bowl.
Like, he hasn't really won more. You know, he threw the ball instead of handing it off. Like, I mean, there's each of them, Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson, have equally boneheaded mistakes and things that they've done in the postseason to lose. So, as far as I'm concerned, on the field, their performance is the same. But it's the off-the-field press conference, rolling into minicamp or training camp 3 weeks late that really rubs me the wrong way about Aaron Rodgers.
Limit Zio says, y'all hating on him for having his own opinion. No, I'm not. I don't mind if Aaron Rodgers, look, and this is pandemic-wide. If you're an anti-vaxxer, cool, man.
Yeah, I've been immunized.
That's cool. I'm down. It is your right to die from COVID. Knock yourself out, bro.
Pack your shit. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not judging you. I don't care that Aaron Rodgers is anti-vax.
Yeah, I've been immunized.
I don't care that he's a Republican. I don't care. You know what I care about? Aaron Rodgers values Aaron Rodgers more than he values the Packers. You're a quarterback. You're supposedly an MVP. You want to be paid like the best quarterback in the NFL, but you don't want to go to training camp every year.
Where is Aaron right now?
He's in Hawaii banging a hot actress who's, well, relatively.
Dude, she's fine, bro.
She's
Come
like a
on, dude.
3.
Shailene Woodley. No.
You know.
That is disrespectful. She is not a 3.
I don't know, based on your history of
casual.
Yeah, I
Dude,
don't,
you don't watch. You haven't seen the Divergent series. Come
yes,
on.
I have. I've seen all of them.
Come on, guy.
But the problem is, in real life, she doesn't wear leather suits and shoot arrows all over the place.
Well,
Now, if she was Jennifer Lawrence, she'd be hot,
right.
but she'd also be passed around like a dinner roll.
Wow.
Anyway, the point
Wow.
Go Hawks.
Wow.
is, Jennifer Lawrence
That
has been
was
with some
just
dudes.
said.
Jennifer Lawrence has been with some dudes. Anyway, the point is, Aaron Rodgers treats people horribly. He doesn't respect people. By all accounts, he's really possessive and controlling over his women.
Facts.
I don't know. You break up with a bunch of hot chicks. I mean, who's next? Lindsey Vonn? She dates every asshole on the planet, apparently. So I wouldn't be surprised. But my point is, I'm not hating on Aaron Rodgers because he's anti-vax. I'm hating on Aaron Rodgers because he's a dick. It's that simple. He's just not a guy who, like, are you really telling me you're rooting for Aaron Rodgers? If you're not a Packer fan, are you telling me you're rooting for Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, I've been immunized.
I don't think you are. And if you are, why are you rooting for Aaron Rodgers? Anyway,
It's a great question.
Tom Brady is worth it.
What are the people saying?
Let's see. eBay the Sofa Surfer, your comment got held for review. I cannot see it. James Knight said the question remains on the I hate you death meter. Who wins out, Aaron Rodgers or Rudy Gobert? I don't hate Rudy Gobert. I don't hate Rudy Gobert.
Okay, we don't hate Rudy Gobert, but that was really well done.
That was really well
I'll give
done.
you a lot of credit for that one. That was good.